In the classic film Sunset Boulevard, Gloria Swanson's character, Norma Desmond, famously declared, "I am big. It's the pictures that got small." This iconic line encapsulates the allure and grandeur of Hollywood. But beneath the glitz and glamour lies a darker side. In this video, we will explore the mysterious deaths of 25 celebrities whose untimely ends continue to raise questions and ignite speculation. As we attempt to unravel these perplexing cases, we will examine the facts, theories, and unanswered questions surrounding each star's final moments. From suspicious accidents to puzzling disappearances, these stories serve as a somber reminder that even in the dazzling world of Hollywood, darkness can lurk just beneath the surface. Join us as we unravel the mysteries behind the deaths of these iconic figures and pay tribute to their enduring legacies. 1. Marilyn Monroe, 1926 to 1962.
But I'm not just generally happy. If I'm generally anything, I guess I'm generally miserable.
Marilyn Monroe, born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1st, 1926, remains one of the most iconic and enduring figures in Hollywood history. Her untimely death on August 5, 1962, at the age of 36, has been the subject of countless investigations, conspiracy theories, and enduring fascination. Monroe's rise to fame began in the late 1940s when she started her career as a model and eventually transitioned to acting. Her breakout roles in films like Niagara, 1953, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, and The 7-Year It, 1955, cemented her status as a major sex symbol and a beloved figure in American popular culture. Her beauty, charisma, and undeniable screen presence made her one of the most sought-after actresses of her time. However, behind the glamour and success, Monroe's personal life was fraught with challenges and struggles. She had a difficult childhood, marked by a lack of stability and a series of foster homes. As an adult, she grappled with mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, and was known to have a tumultuous love life. Her marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller were highly publicized and ultimately ended in divorce. On the night of August 4, 1962, Monroe's housekeeper, Eunice Murray, became concerned when the actress did not respond to her knocks on the bedroom door. Murray called Monroe's psychiatrist, Dr. Ralph Greenson, who arrived at the home and eventually broke into the bedroom, discovering Monroe's lifeless body. The subsequent investigation and autopsy revealed that Monroe had died from an overdose of barbiturates, with the official cause of death ruled as a probable suicide. However, the circumstances surrounding Monroe's death have been the subject of much speculation and controversy over the years. Many have questioned the official narrative, pointing to inconsistencies in the police investigation, the handling of evidence, and the actions of those closest to Monroe in her final days. One of the most persistent theories suggests that Monroe was murdered due to her alleged affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother, Robert Kennedy. Proponents of this theory argue that Monroe had become a liability, threatening to reveal intimate details of her relationships with the Kennedys, and that she was silenced to protect their political careers. Some have even suggested that the CIA or organized crime figures, such as Jimmy Hoffa and Sam Giancana, may have been involved in her death. Another point of contention is the role of Monroe's housekeeper, Eunice Murray, and her psychiatrist, Dr. Ralph Greenson, on the night of her death. Some have questioned why Murray waited so long to call for help and why Greenson took it upon himself to break into Monroe's bedroom. There have also been allegations that the crime scene was staged and that evidence, such as the alleged suicide note, was mishandled or suppressed. Despite numerous investigations, including a review by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office in 1982, no concrete evidence has emerged to support the theories of foul play in Monroe's death. However, the lingering doubts and the enduring fascination with her life and legacy have ensured that the mystery surrounding her tragic end remains a topic of intense interest and speculation. 2. Natalie Wood, 1938 to 1981.
Is it tough for you to protect your privacy?
Well, it's easy with the boat because you can get on the boat and within minutes, you're away, and it's peaceful.
Natalie Wood, the star of films like Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story, drowned off the coast of Catalina Island, California on November 29, 1981. She was 43 years old Wood had been on a yacht with her husband, Robert Wagner, and their friend, Christopher Walken, when she disappeared. Her body was found floating in the water the next morning, wearing a flannel nightgown, down jacket, and socks. Born Natalia Nikolaevna Zakharenko on July 20th, 1938 in San Francisco, Wood began acting at a young age and became a prominent Hollywood actress by the 1950s. Her marriage to Wagner, along with her illustrious career, made her a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. Initially ruled an accidental drowning, the case was reopened in 2011 after new evidence emerged. In 2018, Robert Wagner was named a person of interest in the investigation, with authorities citing his conflicting accounts of the night's events and the presence of bruises on Wood's body. Despite this, no charges have been filed, and the mystery of Natalie Wood's death remains unsolved. 3. Jack Nance, 1943 to 1996.
Jack, remember when you said delivering the Wall Street Journal at rush hour on Olympic
Boulevard
was like shooting the rapids?
Yes. Yes.
Jack Nance, best known for his role as Henry Spencer in David Lynch's surreal classic Eraserhead, died under mysterious circumstances on December 30th, 1996, at the age of 53. According to reports, Nance was involved in a brawl at a donut shop in South Pasadena, California, where he sustained a head injury. He was found dead in his home a few days later. Born Marvin John Nance on December 21st, 1943, in Boston, Nance had a career that spanned both film and television, often collaborating with director David Lynch on projects like Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet. The official cause of death was ruled as a subdural hematoma, likely caused by the altercation. However, some have questioned the events leading up to Nance's death, as well as the severity of his injuries in relation to the reported fight. Nance's family and friends have expressed doubts about the official account, suggesting that there may have been more to the story than what was initially reported. Despite these concerns, no further investigation into Nance's death has been conducted, leaving the true circumstances surrounding his untimely passing a mystery. 4. Dorothy Kilgallen, 1913 to 1965.
Well, Ed, I love television. I have so much fun on What's My Line, playing the game, and I love our morning radio program, too. But I think that I would have to settle for my first love and my true love, the newspaper business.
Dorothy Kilgallen, a renowned journalist and television personality, was found dead in her New York City apartment on November 8, 1965, at the age of 52. Kilgallen had been investigating the assassination of President John F. Kennedy and had claimed to have uncovered significant evidence contradicting the official Warren Commission report. Born on July 3, 1913, in Chicago, Kilgallen became a prominent figure in journalism and entertainment, known for her work on the game show What's My Line and her syndicated newspaper column. The official cause of death was ruled as a combination of alcohol and barbiturates, leading to an accidental overdose. However, many have questioned this conclusion, pointing to Kilgallen's ongoing investigation into the Kennedy assassination and her alleged plans to publish a book revealing her findings. Some theories suggest that Kilgallen may have been silenced due to her knowledge of sensitive information related to the assassination. Others have pointed to inconsistencies in the handling of her death scene and the subsequent investigation. Despite these concerns, no concrete evidence has emerged to support the notion of foul play in Kilgallen's death, leaving the true circumstances of her passing a subject of ongoing speculation. 5. Dr. Haing S. Ngor, 1940 to 1996.
The winner is Haing S. Ngor, The Killing Fields.
Dr. Haing S. Ngor, a Cambodian-American physician and actor best known for his Academy Award-winning role in the film The Killing Fields, was shot and killed outside his Los Angeles home on February 25, 1996, at the age of 55. The official investigation concluded that Ngor was the victim of a botched robbery attempt by a gang known as the Oriental Lazy Boys. Born Haing S on March 22, 1940 in Cambodia, Ngor survived the brutal Khmer Rouge regime before emigrating to the United States, where he became an outspoken activist against the atrocities in his homeland. Some have questioned the motive behind Ngor's murder, pointing to his activism and efforts to bring attention to the Khmer Rouge's atrocities. Ngor had received death threats prior to his murder, leading some to speculate that his death may have been politically motivated. Despite these concerns, no evidence has emerged to support the theory of a targeted assassination, and the 3 gang members responsible for Ngor's death were eventually convicted and sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Nevertheless, the true reasons behind Ngor's tragic end remain a subject of discussion among those familiar with his life and work. 6. Virginia Rappe, 1895 to 1921. Virginia Rappe, a silent film actress, died on September 9, 1921, days after attending a party hosted by popular comedian Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. Rappe, who was 26 years old at the time of her death, had fallen ill at the party and was later hospitalized with a ruptured bladder and peritonitis. Born on July 7, 1895, in Chicago, Rappe moved to Hollywood in her early 20s and quickly found success in the burgeoning silent film industry. Arbuckle was accused of causing Rappe's death through sexual assault, leading to a highly publicized and controversial trial. The prosecution alleged that Arbuckle had raped Rappe and caused her injuries, while the defense maintained that Rappe's bladder had been ruptured due to a pre-existing medical condition. After 2 mistrials, Arbuckle was acquitted in a 3rd trial. However, the scandal had effectively ended his career, and the true circumstances surrounding Rappe's death remained a subject of debate. Some have continued to question Arbuckle's innocence, while others have pointed to inconsistencies in the testimony of key witnesses and the lack of concrete evidence linking him to Rappe's injuries. The Arbuckle-Rappe case remains a fascinating and tragic chapter in Hollywood history, highlighting the intersection of fame, scandal, and the often murky nature of truth in high-profile criminal investigations. 7. Tupac Shakur, 1971 to 1996.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us.
Rapper Tupac Shakur was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996. He died 6 days later at the age of 25. The shooting occurred while Shakur was riding in the passenger seat of a car driven by Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight, who was also injured in the attack. Born Lasagne Parish Crooks on June 16, 1971, in New York City, Shakur became one of the most influential and controversial figures in hip-hop, known for his poignant lyrics and outspoken persona. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the identity of Shakur's killer has never been confirmed. Some believe that the shooting was connected to the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the 1990s, while others point to Shakur's own tumultuous life and the many enemies he had made. The case remains one of the most high-profile unsolved murders in recent history. 8. The Notorious B.I.G., 1972 to 1997.
But the gimmick shit just don't work. If the shit is real, I'm a rap about the shit. If I've been through it, I'm a rap about it.
Christopher Wallace, better known by his stage name, the Notorious B.I.G., or Biggie Smalls, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles on March 9, 1997, just 6 months after the death of his rival, Tupac Shakur. Wallace was 24 years old. Born on May 21, 1972, in Brooklyn, New York, Wallace became one of the most prominent figures in East Coast hip-hop, known for his storytelling ability and deep, resonant voice. Like Shakur's murder, the killing of the Notorious B.I.G. remains unsolved, with numerous theories and suspects emerging over the years. Some believe that Wallace's death was a revenge killing for Shakur's murder, while others point to corruption within the Los Angeles Police Department and possible involvement by rogue officers. The case has been the subject of multiple investigations, lawsuits, and even a feature film. But the true story behind the rapper's death remains a mystery. 9. Bob Crane, 1928 to 1978.
But you have to keep changing when you're on the road. Keep moving, otherwise they hit you.
Bob Crane, best known for his role as Colonel Robert Hogan on the popular 1960s sitcom Hogan's Heroes. Born on July 13, 1928, in Waterbury, Connecticut, Crane had a successful career in radio before transitioning to television, where he became a beloved figure due to his charismatic portrayal of Hogan. Crane's death shocked the public, not only because of its brutality, but also due to the revelation of his secret life. Investigators discovered that Crane had been heavily involved in the underground world of pornography and had a penchant for recording his own sexual encounters. The prime suspect in Crane's murder was John Henry Carpenter, a friend with whom Crane had been making and selling pornographic videos. However, due to a lack of evidence, Carpenter was acquitted in 1994, and Crane's murder remains officially unsolved. 10. George Reeves, 1914 to 1959.
I look like Superman. Why don't I sound like Superman?
George Reeves, the actor best known for his role as Superman in the 1950s television series Adventures of Superman, died of a gunshot wound to the head on June 16, 1959, at the age of 45. His death was officially ruled a suicide, but many have questioned this conclusion over the years. Born George Kiefer Brewer on January 5, 1914, in Woolstock, Iowa, Reeves' career spanned film and television, with his portrayal of Superman becoming an iconic part of American pop culture. Reeves had been having an affair with Toni Mannix, the wife of MGM executive Eddie Mannix, and some believe that Reeves was murdered as a result of this relationship. Others point to inconsistencies in the crime scene and the fact that Reeves had multiple gunshot wounds, unusual for a suicide. Despite various theories and investigations, the true circumstances of George Reeves' death remain a mystery. 11. Brian Jones, 1942 to 1969.
My ultimate aim in life was never to be a pop star. I enjoy it, with reservations, but I'm not really sort of satisfied either artistically or personally.
Brian Jones, the founder and original leader of the Rolling Stones, was found dead in his swimming pool on July 3, 1969, at the age of 27. The official cause of death was ruled as death by misadventure, with the coroner's report stating that Jones had drowned while under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Born Louis Brian Hopkin Jones on February 28, 1942, in Cheltenham, England, Jones was a multi-instrumentalist and a key figure in the early success of the Rolling Stone. However, many have questioned the official account of Jones's death, pointing to inconsistencies in witness statements and the presence of suspicious individuals at his home on the night of his death. In 2009, Sussex police reviewed the case and decided not to reopen the investigation, citing a lack of new evidence. Despite this, the mystery surrounding Brian Jones's death persists, with some claiming that he was murdered and others suggesting a cover-up. 12. Brittany Murphy, 1977 to 2009.
You are gorgeous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I have your hair in my next life, please?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
Actress Brittany Murphy, known for her roles in films like Clueless and 8 Mile, died suddenly on December 20th, 2009, at the age of 32. The official cause of death was ruled as pneumonia, with secondary factors of iron deficiency anemia and multiple drug intoxication. Born Brittany Ann Bertolotti on November 10, 1977, in Atlanta, Georgia, Murphy's vibrant performances and versatile talent made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. However, the circumstances surrounding Murphy's death have been the subject of much speculation. Just 5 months after her death, her husband, Simon Monjack, also died in the same home, with the cause of death being attributed to acute pneumonia and severe anemia. Some have suggested that toxic mold in the couple's home may have played a role in their deaths, while others have pointed to possible foul play. Despite various investigations and theories, the true story behind Brittany Murphy's untimely death remains unclear. 13. William Desmond Taylor, 1872 to 1922. William Desmond Taylor, a popular director during the silent film era, was found shot to death in his Los Angeles bungalow on February 1st, 1922. He was 49 years old. Born William Cunningham Dean Tanner on April 26, 1872, in County Carlow, Ireland. Taylor had a successful career in Hollywood, directing many notable films and working with top actors of the time. The investigation into Taylor's murder was one of the most sensational and widely publicized cases of the early 20th century, with numerous Hollywood figures and scandals becoming entangled in the story. Despite a long list of suspects, including several of Taylor's former lovers and associates, no one was ever charged with his murder, and the case remains unsolved to this day. The mystery surrounding William Desmond Taylor's death has become a symbol of the dark underbelly of Hollywood's early years and the secrets that many in the industry sought to keep hidden. 14. Johnny Stompanato, 1925 to 1958. Johnny Stompanato, a notorious gangster and bodyguard, was stabbed to death on April 4, 1958, at the home of his girlfriend, actress Lana Turner. He was 32 years old. Born Giovanni Stompanato Jr. on October 10, 1925, in Woodstock, Illinois, Stompanato was known for his connections to organized crime and his tumultuous relationship with Turner. The official story was that Turner's 14-year-old daughter, Cheryl Crane, had stabbed Stompanato in self-defense after he had attacked her mother during a domestic dispute. Crane was charged with murder, but was eventually acquitted in a highly publicized trial. However, some have suggested that Turner herself may have been responsible for Stompanato's death, and that the self-defense story was a cover-up to protect her career. Despite various rumors and theories, the true story behind Johnny Stompanato's death remains a subject of debate. 15. Bobbi Kristina Brown, 1993 to 2015.
Bobbi Kristina Brown's death was caused by drug intoxication and immersion in water. The 22-year-old died in July, 6 months after she was found unresponsive in her bathtub. The full autopsy is being unsealed today.
Bobbi Kristina Brown, the daughter of singers Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, was found unresponsive in her bathtub on January 31, 2015, and died 6 months later, on July 26, 2015, at the age of 22. Born on March 4, 1993, in Livingston, New Jersey, Bobbi Kristina was thrust into the spotlight due to her famous parents and her own attempts to pursue a career in entertainment. The official cause of death was ruled as lobar pneumonia, with drug intoxication and immersion in water being contributing factors. However, the circumstances surrounding Brown's death have been the subject of much speculation, with some suggesting foul play and pointing to her troubled relationship with her boyfriend, Nick Gordon. In 2016, Gordon was found legally responsible for Brown's death in a civil case, but was never criminally charged, despite various investigations and legal proceedings. The true story behind Bobbi Kristina Brown's tragic death remains shrouded in mystery. 16. David Carradine, 1936 to 2009.
A twist in the death of David Carradine. Thai police now say he was found naked in a hotel room closet with 2 ropes tied to his neck and genitals. The 72-year-old actor's body was discovered Thursday. Police initially had suspected suicide, but Carradine's associates questioned the theory, and no suicide note was found.
Actor David Carradine, best known for his roles in the television series Kung Fu and the Kill Bill films, was found dead in his Bangkok hotel room on June 4, 2009, at the age of 72. Born John Arthur Carradine on December 8, 1936, in Hollywood, California, Carradine came from a family of actors and had a prolific career in film and television. The official cause of death was ruled as accidental asphyxiation, with reports suggesting that Carradine had died while engaging in autoerotic asphyxiation. However, some have questioned this conclusion, pointing to inconsistencies in the crime scene and the possibility of foul play. Carradine's family has also expressed doubts about the official story and has suggested that the actor may have been murdered. Despite various investigations and theories, the true circumstances surrounding David Carradine's death remain a subject of speculation. 17. Elizabeth Short, 1924 to 1947. Elizabeth Short, nicknamed the Black Dahlia, was found brutally murdered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles on January 15, 1947. She was 22 years old. Born on July 29, 1924, in Boston, Massachusetts, Short moved to California in hopes of pursuing an acting career. Her brutal murder and the media frenzy that followed made her a notorious figure in American history. Short's body had been severed at the waist and drained of blood, and her face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth to her ears. The gruesome nature of the crime and the fact that Short was an aspiring actress with a mysterious past made the case a sensation in the media. Despite an extensive investigation, no one was ever charged with Short's murder, and the case remains one of the most famous unsolved crimes in American history. Over the years, numerous theories and suspects have been put forward, but the true identity of the Black Dahlia killer remains unknown. 18. Elliott Smith, 1969 to 2003.
You feeling all right? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, thanks.
What is this tattoo, actually? It's the first thing I want to ask you.
It's a children's story. It's called Ferdinand. It's like a bull who doesn't want to go to the bullfight, but he does.
That's awesome.
Elliott Smith, the acclaimed singer-songwriter, was found dead in his Los Angeles apartment on October 21, 2003. At the age of 34. He had suffered 2 stab wounds to the chest, and his death was initially reported as a suicide. However, the official autopsy report left the cause of death undetermined, noting that the circumstances surrounding his death were unclear. Born Stephen Paul Smith on August 6, 1969, in Omaha, Nebraska, Smith was perhaps most widely known for his contributions to the soundtracks of films like Good Will Hunting and Thumbsucker, and he also had a minor role in the film Southlander. His music, characterized by its introspective, whispery lyrics and haunting melodies, has continued to influence and inspire fans around the world. Smith had a history of depression and substance abuse, but many of his friends and family members have disputed the idea that he took his own life. Some have pointed to the fact that there were no hesitation wounds and that Smith had stabbed himself through his clothing, which is unusual for a suicide. Others have suggested that Smith may have been murdered, possibly by his girlfriend, Jennifer Chiba, who was in the apartment at the time of his death. Despite various theories and investigations, the true circumstances of Elliott Smith's tragic end remain a mystery. 19. Jimi Hendrix, 1942 to 1970.
I don't know. I don't really live on compliments. Matter of fact, it has a way of distracting me. And a whole lot of other musicians and artists that are out there today, they hear all these compliments, they say, wow, it must have been really great. So they get fat and satisfied, and they get lost, and they forget about the actual talent that they have, and they start living into another world,
Jimi Hendrix, one of the most influential guitarists in the history of rock music, died in London on September 18, 1970, at the age of 27. The official cause of death was aspiration of vomit due to barbiturate intoxication. However, the circumstances surrounding Hendrix's death have been the subject of much speculation and controversy over the years. Born Johnny Allen Hendrix on November 27, 1942, in Seattle, Washington, Hendrix revolutionized rock music with his innovative guitar playing and electrifying performances. Some have suggested that Hendrix may have been murdered, pointing to inconsistencies in the official account of his death and the fact that he was reportedly in good health and spirits in the days leading up to his passing. Others have speculated that Hendrix's manager, Michael Jeffrey, may have been involved in his death, possibly in order to collect on a life insurance policy. Despite various investigations and theories, the true story behind Jimi Hendrix's untimely death remains a mystery. 20. Bruce Lee, 1940 to 1973.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Bruce Lee, the iconic martial artist and actor, died in Hong Kong on July 20th, 1973, at the age of 32. The official cause of death was ruled as a cerebral edema, or swelling of the brain, which was attributed to an allergic reaction to a painkiller he had taken. However, many have questioned this explanation over the years, and Lee's death remains a subject of much speculation and controversy. Born Lee Jun-fan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California. Bruce Lee was a pioneer in martial arts and cinema, known for his roles in films like Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. Some have suggested that Lee may have been poisoned, either accidentally or intentionally, by someone close to him. Others have pointed to his intense physical training regimen and the possibility of heat stroke or other health complications as potential factors in his death. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the true circumstances surrounding Bruce Lee's sudden and tragic passing remain a mystery. 21. Pier Angeli, 1932 to 1971.
That's right. Is that why you're here in New York?
Well, I came over here because my husband is starting his television show.
And also... Oh, I'm sorry. I think July 2nd.
Pier Angeli, the Italian-born actress known for her roles in films like Teresa and The Silver Chalice, died in Beverly Hills on September 10, 1971, at the age of 39. The official cause of death was ruled as an accidental barbiturate overdose, but some have questioned this conclusion over the years. Born Anna Maria Pier Angeli on June 19, 1932, in Cagliari, Sardinia, Angeli had a tumultuous personal life, including a brief marriage to singer Vic Damone and a highly publicized relationship with James Dean. Angeli had struggled with depression and substance abuse in the years leading up to her death. Some have suggested that Angeli's death may have been a suicide, while others have pointed to the possibility of foul play. Despite various rumors and theories, the true circumstances surrounding Pier Angeli's untimely passing remain unclear. 22. Thelma Todd, 1906 to 1935.
Trying to break up my home.
Give it back to her, idiot.
Madame has lost her dress.
Thelma Todd, a popular actress during the 1930s, was found dead in her car on December 16, 1935, at the age of 29. The official cause of death was ruled as accidental carbon monoxide poisoning, but many have questioned this conclusion over the years. Born on July 29, 1906, in Lawrence, Massachusetts, Todd became a well-known comedian and actress, appearing in numerous films alongside stars like the Marx Brothers and Laurel and Hardy. Some have suggested that Todd's death may have been the result of foul play, possibly related to her tumultuous personal life and alleged connections to organized crime figures. Others have speculated that Todd may have been murdered by her ex-husband, Pat DeSico, who had a history of domestic violence. Despite various investigations and theories, the true circumstances of Thelma Todd's untimely death remain a subject of enduring fascination and mystery. 23. Anna Nicole Smith, 1967 to 2007.
Like my body? I was honored to be on our next performer's new video. And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce make me beautiful duets.
Anna Nicole Smith, the former Playboy model and television personality, died on February 8, 2007, in her hotel room at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. She was 39 years old. Born Vicki Lynn Hogan on November 28, 1967, in Houston, Texas, Smith gained fame in the early 1990s as a Playboy playmate and as the spokesperson for Guess Jeans. Smith's death was officially ruled as an accidental overdose with a combination of prescription medications, including anti-anxiety drugs, sleeping medication, and muscle relaxants, contributing to her demise. However, the circumstances surrounding her death have sparked much speculation. Just months earlier, in September 2006, her 20-year-old son, Daniel, had died unexpectedly in the Bahamas, also due to a drug overdose, leading to rumors and conspiracy theories about the involvement of foul play or a possible cover-up. Smith's tumultuous life, marked by legal battles over her late husband J. Howard Marshall's estate, her struggles with substance abuse, and the paternity dispute over her daughter Danny Lynn, added to the public's fascination and the mystery surrounding her death. Despite thorough investigations, including a highly publicized inquest, the exact details of what led to Anna Nicole Smith's tragic end remain elusive. 24. David Strickland, 1969 to 1999.
Come on. You had anything to eat?
I had some Dayquil and then some NyQuil. And now I seem to have lost all sense of time.
David Strickland, best known for his role as Todd Stites on the NBC sitcom Suddenly Susan, was found dead in a Las Vegas motel room on March 22, 1999, at the age of 29. Born David Gordon Strickland Jr. on October 14, 1969, in Glen Cove, New York, Strickland's career was on the rise, with his comedic talent gaining recognition in Hollywood. Strickland's death was officially ruled a suicide by hanging. However, the circumstances leading up to his death have been a source of speculation and mystery. Strickland had struggled with substance abuse and mental health issues, and his battle with these personal demons was well documented. On the night of his death, Strickland was reportedly out partying with friends, including actor Andy Dick, who later expressed regret and guilt over Strickland's untimely demise. Despite the official ruling, some of Strickland's friends and colleagues have questioned the events leading up to his death, pointing to his recent professional success and plans for the future as reasons to doubt that he would have taken his own life. The lack of a suicide note and the abrupt nature of his passing have further fueled speculation about whether foul play or accidental factors may have contributed to his death. While the official investigation concluded that Strickland committed suicide, the full story behind his tragic end remains shrouded in mystery. 25. Steve Bing, 1965 to 2020.
His body was found here in LA's Century City neighborhood. Steve reportedly jumped from the 27th floor of this luxury high-rise building on Monday afternoon.
Steve Bing, the film producer and philanthropist, died on June 22, 2020, after falling from the 27th floor of his luxury apartment building in Los Angeles. He was 55 years old. Born Stephen Leo Bing on March 31, 1965, in New York City, Bing was an heir to a substantial real estate fortune and made significant contributions to the film industry, including funding the animated feature The Polar Express. Bing's death was officially ruled a suicide, with reports indicating he had struggled with depression and financial difficulties. However, the circumstances surrounding his fall have led to numerous questions and theories. Bing had been known for his high-profile relationships, including a highly publicized paternity dispute with actress Elizabeth Hurley over their son, Damien. Additionally, Bing was involved in various political and philanthropic endeavors, which some have speculated could have played a role in his death. Despite the official ruling, Bing's sudden and tragic end has sparked ongoing speculation about the true nature of his fall and whether external factors may have influenced his decision to take his own life. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these mysterious celebrity deaths do you find the most intriguing or perplexing? Do you have any theories or insights about what might have really happened in these cases? Share your thoughts in the comments below.